Schoolers. Every once in a while during our Prezi lectures together, I want to interrupt just the text and the slides and the pictures and the videos just to have a human being, in this case me, explaining something that's probably best explained vocally than it is with a bunch of words on the screen. And this is our first one. So our first little interruption video of me explaining something is about the public interest. And the public interest is a concept that is way bigger than the news, but it is vital to understanding what differentiates news from information. So what differentiates a story like, let's say, the winner of the 2016 presidential election? What differentiates that story in its news value from a story about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner's relationship, or cute pandas falling off of a stage at a museum or at a zoo in China, or weird sea creatures? The difference is grounded in the public interest. And what the public interest is it says that the public has a material interest in things that affect it equally. So if there is a material consequence on our lives, then that is what drives newsworthy stories. A story is newsworthy if it pertains to an issue that has a material consequence on our lives. If it deals with our money, if it deals with our health, if it deals with our safety, if it deals with our time, it deals with our government, it deals with how we make choices or how many choices we can make. So a story about the civil war in Syria has a material consequence on our lives for lots of reasons. The global economy, use of weapons, it's impacting other human beings in a significantly negative way, refugee flows to the United States, terrorism, and so forth. On the other end of the spectrum, a more mundane story, not nearly as graphic and grisly, your morning commute. If you are working in downtown Charleston and you live out in Park West and Mount Pleasant, then you need to know what's going on the roads, on 17, on Johnny Dodd, wherever else. If there's an accident along the way to work, then you need to know about it because it has a material consequence on your day. It's very unlikely that the mass public at large would be materially affected by, even though they might be interested in, they might not be materially affected by stories about weird sea creatures, stories about the Kardashians, stories about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner. All right, so that's the public interest. The public interest is about the material consequences of news, of events on the public. And this interruption is brought to you by Simply Balanced Tropical Cherry with an alternative to LaCroix. I think it's delicious. I think it's made by Target brand. In any case, save a couple bucks, get you some Simply Balanced. I'll see you next time. Bye.